Action!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after a good, God knows how long, 2 months since my last video, I've been able to delve through final examinations, tough computer programming, and intensive group projects and that sort of thing outside of my classwork. And now I'm officially home, I'm on break, which means I can finally start uploading Pokemon battles and all sorts of other stuff again.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
So, yeah, pretty much what's going to be happening with in these next few weeks is to somewhat compensate for the lack of videos for the past 2 months. What I've decided is that on this Sunday, obviously, all the weekends will still be Pokemon battles, but I'm going to double up on Banjo-Kazooie for Monday through Friday. Monday through Thursday, I'm going to double up on episodes there. So I'm going to probably go for a good 2-3 weeks just to finish the entire LP up. So pretty much 8 episodes a week now for Banjo-Kazooie. Gonna get that LP over and done with because I initially had that planned to be done by the time this video goes up. Because, well, it would have been a month by now. But also, one other thing I want to talk about real quick before I move on to today's battle and everybody's main focus for this for why they're watching me at the moment, is that I'm probably gonna be launching a couple new gaming side projects and that kind of thing. I might launch a side LP here, soon to be named. I'm still debating on the game, but it'll probably only be about a maximum of 10 episodes if I can get through it quick enough. And I'm also going to be starting a little something called, videos that will go up on Fridays called Fighting Game Fridays, which is pretty much just going to be me playing just fighting games from all sorts of different genres and all sorts of different companies and that kind of thing. Whether it be online or single-player arcade style, I don't know, might be something else like it's a little bit more, mostly consist of Marvel and Street Fighter. But we'll see. So yeah, look out for that project. I'm really looking forward to getting that stuff up. First week's going to be Street Fighter 4. Actually, this is footage that I had from a good October ago, yeah, back in like the middle of October when I first started playing Street Fighter 4 with my one friend Mike, so I'm going to be quite garbage in those videos, but I can guarantee you by the time another series of Street Fighter 4 videos comes up, I'll be much better, so yeah. Anyways though, enough bullshit. What's going on here, everybody? I have finally gotten Sunday's upload going here for you all, and it's a UU match against this one guy I found on the Pokemon Showdown by the name of Theris. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I'll go with that. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get the team preview up and popping right about now. So yeah, as you can clearly tell by this team right here, I'm running a team that I pretty much just kind of threw together, just a bunch of jibber jabber random stuff. So I wanted to, give Rhyperior another shot and UU because I really hadn't used that thing in a while. I also wanted to give out Ambipom because back when I made this team, Ambipom was getting some pretty big popularity, so I wanted to see what the buzz was all about. And he actually does pretty well in this match. But looking at his team though, the really only big threats I'm seeing right here are mainly just lie within the Zapdos and the Scrafty. The Zapdos mostly because I really don't have too many things to take it too well. I mean, I do have Roserade to come in and absorb the Thunderbolts, but if it has a Heat Wave, it could easily destroy me with that. And then I do have Rhyperior to absorb the Heat Wave and the Thunderbolt, but if it packs HP Grass, in that case, well, I could be most likely screwed. So yeah, I gotta be very careful as to what kind of set that Zapdos is running, because if it's running like Life Orb, it might be the end of me. So I just gotta watch out for that. Anyways, for the Scrafty though, the reason that thing scares the living daylights out of me is because really, it's kind of the same situation. I don't really have anything to really take it too well, except maybe for Blastoise, but even then, if it does manage to get set up and get a couple Moxie boosts here and there, I might not be able to phase it away with Roar, or I might not be able to live a hit. So I just gotta make sure that thing does not get set up whatsoever. But other than that though, nothing really scares me too much on this team, and I think enough rambling out of me has gone on for quite some time. I'm not making any sense because it's 1 in the morning right now at the time of this recording. But, yeah, I think I'm just going to shut up and jump into the battle. So, after a long wait from all of you guys, I'm just going to crossfade! Alright, so I'm going to lead off my Ambipom here as he leads off with a Chandler because I don't want to be taking a Fire Blast from this thing. I'm just going to bring in my Blastoise right here. Unfortunately, he kind of sees that prediction coming and just ends up going for that Shadow Ball, but I have a feeling this thing might be Scarf, so what I'm going to do is switch in and bring in my Ambipom to take the potential next Shadow Ball, but he ends up just switching into his Azumarill to take the potential Scald from that end, so whatever. So I'm going to go for the Fake Out this turn. He brings in a Chandler once more, and I decide, I might see what this thing wants to go for. I'm going to stay in and take the Energy Ball. Unfortunately, it does get the crit and manages to kill me off next turn with that, expecting to switch into Blastoise, which sucks. So I'm just going to bring my Rose right here, because I know for a fact that he's locked into Energy Ball. He can just easily take me out from that end. And I'm just going to set up my Spikes right here as he swapped out and brought in his Zapdos. He goes for a Hidden Power, what I think might be Ice, but it might potentially be Flying, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Shandy here, kind of see what kind of hidden power if it is. If it's neutral, I know for a fact it's flying. If it's resistant, then it's ice. So that actually lets me know that it is flying right there, and I'm just going to bring my Rhyperior right here, because I know I can take these like a champ and then just easily hit the thing hard. I go for the Mega Roar right here, because I thought he might have wanted to bring in his Claydol, but it turns out such was not the case, and he just faces me at my Togekiss. So I'm just going to bring my Rhyperior once again, because I know Togekiss and Zapdos are a terrible matchup for one another, at least in my favor. So I just bring in Rhyperior once again, set up my Stealth Rocks right here as he decides to switch out, knowing that he really can't do too much to my Rhyperior, and he's going to bring in a Shandy here. So Shandy goes for the Hidden Power Fighting right here, just to try and get some neutral damage off of him whatever he decides to go for, and it really doesn't do too much to my Blastoise. So all I'm going to do right here is I'm going to slap a Toxic, predicting he's switching to something that takes something, I don't really know. I just figured Toxic might have been the best move to go for as he brings in his Zapdos, gets that residual damage going, which is pretty cool, if I must say. But yeah, unfortunately he does have the Roost, but Simulator is a physically defensive set, so that means I can take these hits relatively better from the Zapdos, so I'm not going to complain too much. Anyways, though, he's going to phase my Rhyperior out here. I go for the Mega Horn, I think, again, expecting the whole switching to Claydol, because Claydol resists Rock and Ground. Kind of cool to note, by the way, pretty key in taking out that kind of type coverage, just saying. Anyways, though, Zapdos dies somewhere along the lines right there. I'm going to switch out and bring in my Blastoise right here as Azumarill goes for that superpower. And he got, I'm pretty sure he went for the superpower because he knows it would have been good damage on my Rhyperior, but it also done solid damage to Blastoise right here. But what I pretty much am doing right here with Blastoise is I'm just going to try and Scald a couple times and just have him keep on going for those superpowers right there, because then for a fact I can know that I can at least take one superpower from this Azumarill, or two, or God knows how many, but it turns out that I really didn't need to kill Blastoise off and get those attack and defense drops on the Azumarill. I could have just brought in Roserade and Giga Drained, and that would have been cool, and then I would have lost Roserade next turn anyway to the Flamethrower, so that was kind of a waste in a sense. Not really sure why I did that, but anyways though, Rhyperior comes back in. I'm going to go for that Earthquake on the Chandler, easily decimate that thing, which is pretty freaking cool. So all I have to deal with left now is this Claydol, his Scrafty, and his Ambipom. So his Claydol goes for that Earthquake, does a huge chunk of damage to my Rhyperior, which stinks, but I'm going to go for that Mega Horn now, tons of damage to that thing, which is really cool. And so now what I'm going to do here right now is he's going to switch out and bring his Ambipom, go for the Fake Out right here. I'm going to unfortunately flinch, but I'm like, hey, you know what, I can take this pretty dang well. I mean, what could be the, oh, right, he has low sweep. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, right, that was pretty bad. But, it's all cool. It's all cool, though. Because what I'm going to do now is, like, I have a feeling if he does want to switch into his Claydol, I can still kill us off with an HP Fighting, which is pretty radical. And all he's got to do left is bring the Scrafty right here, and I'm just hoping to God that I can outspeed after I kill off his hit with the first HP Fighting. And then I remember, oh, wait, Scarf Shandy can outspeed Scrafty after +1 Dragon Dance, so I'm actually pretty safe in that regard, and I can kill off that Scrafty right there from another HP Fighting. And then, because he knows that his Ambipom can't really do too much to my Shandy, I can pretty much just kill it and take the game. He just recognizes that forfeits, and that's essentially a good game theories. I apologize if this narration was rather scatterbrained and lackluster, not rack-rustered. Don't know why I almost said that. But I apologize, guys, for both the quiet and scatterbrained narration again. But if you enjoyed my content and you want to look forward to the rest of my stuff that I got going this week, you guys can always rate, comment, subscribe, and yeah, this is essentially Infinite Trials here saying peace out, show, have a good one, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.